afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Toad TV. I am Mary Beth.
I am Helen.
And we are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow.
Do you ever have one of those days where you wake up and it's morning and blah, 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 and then it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and you have no idea how
Or
you
what,
lost 8 hours?
or why, or how.
It's one of those days.
Today is definitely one of those days. Anyway, so it is Friday, January 28th.
28th, yeah.
Yes, 28th. We went to the vet yesterday with Hugo. Hugo has been, gotten his last puppy shots.
He's been growing exponentially.
He has been growing.
He was 24 pounds when we took him in and around the
End of December.
Yeah, so in about a month, he has gained 9 pounds. He is 33 pounds.
Somebody left us a comment on the Instagram post, and she said, "What? I do that every day, or every month." You're not alone, Hugo.
Right. So
we have just ordered a DNA kit for him from it's Embark, where you can test his DNA because one of his siblings just came back as 32% Great Pyrenees.
So we've been reading up on the Great Pyrenees breed, and
I have to tell you,
it's like, check.
yeah,
Check.
all of a sudden, a whole bunch of things are coming into focus
Check.
that make sense now
Right.
that weren't before. When you look at it as we're working with a golden retriever versus we're working with a Great Pyrenees, there's
Right.
a whole lot that's different, and things
Like-
are slowly beginning to make sense.
Obedience is not a priority.
Yeah.
On the dog's part. And the dog is nocturnal and likes to like really gear up at night to protect his flock. So no, none of that resonates with me at all.
I also like that it sometimes takes 10 to 15 seconds for the command that you give him to like filter in through the layers and
Right.
then him decide that he's going to follow it.
But
'Cause I just saw that.
I think it's more, him deciding.
Well, I saw it today because we're doing a thing where we're trying to get him to come inside when we want him to come inside. So we have a container that we shake with treats in it. And I watched him. And it took about 5 seconds. And then he's like, "Oh yeah, I really want to do that." And he took off with a run and just
Right. I get
booked it.
chicken when I do that.
Right. So he came racing inside. So yeah, no, it takes a little bit of time for him to decide whether it's important or not for him.
Right. Whether this fits his time frame.
So as I said, a whole bunch of things are slowly but surely beginning to make
Right.
sense. All right. We have a couple of different things to talk to you about today. Good stuff. All of
Yes.
it good stuff. Sorry. When we're looking over this way, Hugo's right there, and we're just keeping an eye on him to make sure that things don't happen. And we're back. All dogs have been removed from the room, and one of them is out on the back porch where he is really enjoying life because he loves it outside.
Yes.
We were just taking videos outside that Helen is going to be including later in this, and we were freezing our butts off. Meanwhile, he is just out there having a ball.
Right.
If we would let him stay outside all day long, I think he would take us up on it.
Except he does want to spend time with us.
Right.
So he
wants us out
yeah.
there with him.
Oh, yeah.
But he loves it. Absolutely.
And tomorrow is just going to be, he's just going to love it.
Oh, yeah.
We're hating life. But we are in a blizzard warning starting tonight where they're just throwing everything at us. There's going to be blizzard conditions. There's going to be wind, obviously, blowing snow, coastal flooding.
And, 12 to 15 inches of snow.
All the warnings that I'm getting from all the different towns in the area, get your cars off the road, secure all the job sites
yeah.
because of the flooding and the wind. Really, I'm just not going to pay attention to you people anymore.
I am going to the supermarket to get ice cream, and then
wine.
we'll be set.
Sad that the wine is not for the drinking, the wine is for the cooking. But
Right, we're making a white bourguignon chicken bourguignon, but it's with it's like instead of doing beef, you do it with chicken. It's
Right.
so good.
And it's
so good.
But Mary Beth was like, I have to go to the supermarket and get ice cream and wine before the snow. And
Right.
That sounds so much better than it is. But
Anyway, okay, so let's talk about what we're doing. Because we have a couple of things to talk to you about. The first thing is our collaboration, right?
Right.
All right. So.
Oh, am I supposed to speak? Okay.
Well, I don't know. I thought, go ahead. You go.
So Darcy Thompson from Chit Chat Knits got in touch with us in December. She got in touch with us.
In December.
And said that she was designing a hat and a cowl pattern to be released in and around February 1st, where she wanted some of her proceeds to, or I think all of her proceeds are going to the American Heart Association. So she's designing them as a fundraiser. And she wanted to know if we would help her out by promoting it on the podcast and if we wanted to dye up some yarn for it. So we said, yes, of course. We'd love to help. It's a good cause. So we will put a link to, and I'm going to put pictures of the patterns right here.
Because Darcy did her pattern and knit it.
Right.
She sent us the pattern. We have not had a chance to knit it yet.
No.
So we are using her pictures.
Right. But it's called
Pair of Hearts.
The Pair of Hearts hat, and then there's the Pair of Hearts cowl. And the pictures I put up are done up in our new yarn color, designed just for this occasion, which we are calling Amour. So it's a beautiful pink tonal.
Amour.
So this is Amour. This is it in DK. We are offering it up in every base. And 5% of the sales, not 5%, $5 from each skein sold will go to the American Heart Association. But you get a commemorative stitch marker from Dogstar Knits with each skein of yarn that's going to have a heart on it. So thank you very much to Jake for doing that for us. And we just couldn't stop.
There's more.
We couldn't stop with just yarn.
We got new fabric in that is absolutely perfect to make a bag. Look at this. Okay, so this is more Anita Duram yarn fabric that is all Valentine's Day. Oh my God. I'm so in love with this fabric.
So each bag is a little bit different. You're not going to get the exact 12 or 9. My math is great. 9 panels, but there will be.
You'll get all the animals.
You'll get. Sorry, mailman's here, and we're both like, "Oh, he's really early," and he's not at all. It's just remember that day,
that late.
You know, where you wake up and it's 3 o'clock.
Okay, so you get that on the front. That is the back. And inside is pink with red polka dots. Red and pink polka dots. This is such perfect Valentine-y fabric.
Right. Zipper color will be different. Different color zippers. So
what we did was we made a listing that has, you can either buy just the bag, you can buy just the yarn in sock toed, 100% toed, sweater toed, DK toed, or hairy toed, or you can do any of those 5 bases with the bag.
And then if you want, I want 2 of DK, but I want the bag too, buy the bag and yarn DK, and then just go buy another skein of just the DK.
Right.
So
$5 from every skein of yarn will be donated to the American Heart Association. $5 from every bag purchased will go to the American Heart Association. So if you get the combo, it's going to be $10 donated.
Right.
We have sent this out as part of our email, so you may have seen it as a special email this morning, and quite a few of you have already come in and made a purchase. Thank you so very much. But This is, I don't think there is a single person that can say that they haven't been affected by heart disease
Yeah.
in some part of their family in some way or another. So that it's something that is, they really need,
It's a good
help.
cause.
It's
Yeah.
a good cause. So we were really excited to work with Darcy on this.
Right. So everything, I keep saying so. I don't say I say so. Bag and yarn, both listed on the shop. One listing.
And it is under Amour, AMOUR. Or you can list it, you can search American Heart Association because we put that in the title too.
And if you spell it wrong, I tried to put in the keywords as many different spellings of Amour that I could think of. So,
All right.
so that is the collaboration
Yes.
for February, a fundraiser for February.
Okay. So now we're going to go to a couple of videos that we filmed out on the porch that Helen is going to magically insert here. Those are our angel face quilts that we did using a pattern from Villa Rosa Designs. And as you could see, we did them in 3 different fabric lines. Helen did the first one she did was in
Line work
by Tula Pink. That's the black and white one with little bits of color.
that I've already actually, as you can tell, started quilting it. My sandwiches together and everything.
Right. So that was the first one she did. And then she did one in
Daydreamer, but also by Tula Pink. That's the bright colorful one.
And then the one I put together was the Calendar Girls by Anne Keenan Higgins. That is all tied up with Meet Me in Paris. We thought, let's do it in this fabric so that we can really show you how it looks.
And the panel fabric is perfect because it's a 10 by 10 squares. So the panel fabric for Calendar Girls is just perfect for it.
Right. So if you want to get a kit to put it together, it comes.
This is the easiest kit to put together.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, quilt to put together. Really? Okay, we're experienced sewers, but an experienced sewist, it takes you longer to cut the fabric than it does to sew the fabric.
Oh, yeah.
Sew the quilt together.
And on the listing, I said that we did it we put the quilt tops together in 2 afternoons while puppy wrangling.
Right.
So that it really is very, very simple.
It would have been an easy afternoon project.
Yeah.
Pre-Hugo.
So this, you get a card that on the back has all the information that you need to put together the quilt. And then we have kits put together for each of the 3 different ones that we did.
Right. And you get the pattern, you get the quilt card, and all the fabric for the quilt top.
Right. It does not have anything for the batting, the backing, and the binding is not included.
Right. We do have Tula Pink backing fabrics, the 108-inch fabrics, but that's a matter of choice, and you may not want to make the expense until you actually put the quilt top together, so we didn't include that there. I will say that my binding for the line work, I'm going to use the black and white 10 stripe from the line work collection, which is a black and white stripe. And then for my Daydreamer, I will use one of the True Color stripes because I love a stripy binding.
Okay. All right. So can you explain cornerstones and what you do with yours?
Oh, sure. On both of my quilts, when I did the border, because the quilt pattern is just for the middle part.
So it does not have the original. They have an option for the additional border, but the original putting it together is just
right.
The
and they
quilt
don't
blocks.
really give you information on how to put the border on. But it's very easy. Anyway, so when I was doing my border, I wanted to put in a cornerstone, which is the corner piece is separate, is different, so it's just sets it off a little bit. We did not include that option in the quilt kits, so that if you wanted to do a cornerstone, you could just
go into your stash
and find cut
a piece of fabric that's going to
5.5 inch squares for your cornerstones. But so that's what I did.
Mine does not. So if you look at the Calendar Girls one, it just is the same fabric going around the outside.
Right.
Very easy to do.
Yeah, this was just a choice that I made because
Right.
our fabric rep Marissa, when she brings us her quilts, she almost always puts a cornerstone in, and I like the idea of it. So,
Okay.
but oh my God, look at the colors on this.
I know, it's so cool. This is the Daydreamer.
Look at the flamingos.
Anyway, 3 different choices.
Yep.
So you have the Daydreamer, which is the bright colors, the line work, which is Tulip Pinks, black and white, and then the Calendar Girls, which is the Meet Me in Paris fabric that we've been working with for the past couple of weeks. And they are all available under Angel Face Quilt Kit on the shop. And
Right.
Helen will put a link down below so that you can go right there.
So one listing, just pick which option you like.
Right. Oh, just in case there are any questions, since the Calendar Girls has panels that have the 10 by 10, well, they're actually closer to 12 by 12 pieces, it's a lot less expensive because you don't have to buy as much fabric since it's already printed out for you on a panel. With Tulip Pink, you have to get...
I was going to say, with Tulip Pink, you've got to go with a fat quarter so that you can fussy cut how you want it.
Right.
If we just gave you a 10-inch strip, then like with the peacocks, they're not peacocks, they're flamingos. Peacocks are on the other one. You can see how I very specifically cut that, but I had to work at it and take a chunk out of a piece of fabric
Right.
and have lots of, we'll call it unusable fabric,
For this project.
surrounding it. So, and then like the jaguars, you need to fussy cut them.
So that, and by fussy cutting, we mean that you just have to get it so that the picture that you really want is in the middle.
Right.
Not that the flamingos are being cut off on one side.
Right.
Also with the line work quilt, Helen took 6 different fabrics and cut 2 out of each fabric. So that's why you're getting 6 half-yard cuts for that.
Right, as opposed to the 12 fat quarters.
Right.
'cause
She used
you-
12 different
You have 12 different fabrics.
for this one, so that we're giving you 12 fat quarters for that. And the line work, you're getting 6 half-yard cuts
Right.
because you're going to take 2 out of each one.
And I will say that's where we deviate from the pattern because the pattern calls for all the same fabric for the 12 blocks, so that the fabric requirements on the pattern card are different, but we've given you what you need to do what
Right.
we did.
And all you have to do is follow the instructions, and it's really very, very simple
Right.
to put together.
And if you have any questions,
You know where to find us.
right, we are more than happy to help.
Okay. All right, so I think that is pretty much it, right?
I think so.
I think that does it. We have to go
we
do
have to
our
go
final...
blizzard prep.
Right, prep for the blizzard. We hope you guys have a great rest of the weekend. Stay warm and dry. So we hope you guys... I did that part already.
Go forth and create. We'll see you
We'll
Monday.
see you on Monday. Oh my goodness. We'll see you on Monday.
Right, we will be snowed in.
Yeah.
Hopefully not, because we have an oil change on Monday. Anyway,
Totally forgot that. I have to put that in my calendar. Okay. Anyway,
they'll remind us.
bye guys.
Bye.